We are presenting to you today a 1950 Old Town boat, lap strake, finished in bright. She left the factory finished in bright. Old Town had an option that cost $18 more where the top sides were painted white. She looks so much better bright. Our challenge here was to replace this transom. An oversized engine just tore it apart, threw the occupants out, cartwheeled the boat, and fortunately, other than the transom, did minimum damage. So I asked John, who has executed this in, as always, incredible fashion, to share with you how he got from where she was to where she is.
Well, when we got the boat, the transom was destroyed. It was a three-board transom, and they were all separate boards, so they all had seams in them. And what we did was we created a seamless transom by laminating all the boards together, and then we cut out the transom out of the blank that we had laminated together. The boards on the sides were savable. They were incredibly damaged, but we had saved them because we didn't see where cutting them back and then replacing them was a proper fix. So we put in a Dutchman here where they had torn out the steering, fixed a couple of seams above the water line with epoxy, and filled all the screw holes in with a colored 610 epoxy to create boards without breaks.
And you didn't have to cut anything off the ends of the strakes, did you, John?
No, I didn't cut any lap strakes. I ended up replacing everything, or fixing everything instead of replacing it. We sealed the transom in with 5200, and turned out to be pretty decent.
I should say, the new red cedar, and finding FAS grade clear red cedar is incredibly difficult. We sourced this out of Oregon. It's a bit lighter now. We chose not to stain it because UV rays over time will redden up the transom and make it as it was originally and well matched to the strakes. One of the issues we discovered with the Old Town boat when she arrived is that this early trailer had rollers that John is now showing you installed in several places along the rails, and there's nothing worse you can do, especially to a red cedar hull, than to ask it to sit on small diameter rubber rollers, because all they do is slowly and happily sink into the surface. We were able to remove some of those indentations by sanding to bare wood and using an iron and a wet towel. But the real fix, the real solution, was to convert this trailer to a bunk trailer. So she now has a pair of bunks, carpeted bunks. We use teak so that there would never be an issue of the bunks rotting. And we have double bunks on both sides, and now she's supported continuously. And you notice that, as is always required with a wooden boat, at least two of the bunks extend beyond the transom. The other two that you can't quite see in this clip, you can just pick up the ends of them. They end directly beneath the transom. This is just a lovely example of Old Town work. The entire boat really presents herself well, and as soon as we bring our letter in here to add the August West name to the transom. She'll be on her way back to Fairleigh, Vermont. So thank you so much from Snake Mountain Boatworks. We'll be back with you shortly.